Good afternoon and welcome to The Rundown. I am your host, Captivating Christian, and here are some of your top stories for today, the 24th of November. In some political news, Michigan certifies Biden's win as Trump's efforts to challenge the election slip away. The president and GOP allies have been pressuring state election officials not to certify results showing Biden won. And in Georgia, the Georgia GOP Senator Kelly Loeffler just got caught violating the law. Will the Senate's richest member be held to account for her blatantly illegal solicitation of campaign cash? Also in some political news, Dianne Feinstein to step down as top Democrat on the Senate Judiciary panel. The 87-year-old was criticized for her handling of the Amy Coney Barrett contentious Supreme Court confirmation hearing. In Washington state, an 11-year-old boy is allegedly fatally stabbed by his 22-year-old brother on a sidewalk near their home. Bobby Hunn is being held in the Kings County Jail after allegedly chasing his younger brother down the street with a knife and killing him. A 22-year-old leader of the Breonna Taylor protests has been killed in a shooting. A black prosecutor quits Trump's commission on law enforcement and says, "I am deeply offended by a political agenda to divide rather than to build." And Barr's Justice Department prepares to end Trump's term with an execution spree. 3 more death row inmates have been scheduled to die. And in entertainment news, Jada Pinkett Smith on police brutality, an animated short, Cops and Robbers exclusive. And Coming to America sequel receives the Amazon Prime Video release date. Let's get to the news. President Donald Trump's push to subvert the 2020 election results took a potentially fatal hit on Monday, as election officials in Michigan certified President-elect Joe Biden's victory in the state, and more key battlegrounds are prepared to formalize Biden's win. Michigan State Board of Canvassers certified the victory with 3 yes votes and 1 abstention, a bipartisan decision affirming Biden's victory over Trump by more than 155,000 votes. The typically routine exercise took new significance this year after Trump and his allies pressured the board's 2 Republicans to reject certification and seek to delay in order to investigate irregularities in Detroit's voting count. Allegations that are not supported by any evidence of wrongdoing. Republicans have also pushed officials on other states to delay certification and to have challenged the election results in court, most recently in a string of legal losses. Despite the public pressure, one of the 2 Republican board members joined the Democratic board members to certify the state's election results, tossing aside the president's attempt to slow down the process in the critical battleground state. Michigan certification could be a fatal blow to Trump's legal efforts to block Biden from obtaining the 270 electoral votes he needs to win. The president's court cases and political pressure he's putting on fellow Republicans to fight the election results are falling flat. Georgia Senator Kelly Loeffler is locked in a January 5th runoff race with Reverend Ralph Warnock, a Democrat who finished ahead of her in the initial voting on November 3rd. She's mounting a desperate campaign that is filling the Atlanta airwaves with an onslaught of negative ads. And though the multimillionaire could afford to buy them herself, Loeffler instead appealing for money from across the country to pay for what could turn out to be the most expensive Senate race in campaign history. November 18th is when she appeared on a Fox News program from the Russell Senate Building Rotunda. Loeffler wasn't talking about Senate business that day. She was talking politics, and after attacking Warnock repeatedly, the senator announced, well, look, we know that hundreds of millions of dark liberal money is pouring into our state. That's why it is important that everyone across the country get involved. They can visit kellyforstate.com to chip in $5 or $10, get involved, and volunteer. The appeal was a direct request for campaign money made inside of a federal building. That's illegal. The section of the Code of Law in the United States of America dealing with the solicitation of campaign funds inside of a federal building, otherwise known as 18 U.S.C. 607, plainly states that it shall be unlawful for an individual who is in an office or employee of the federal government, including the president, vice president, and members of Congress, to solicit or receive a donation of money or things of value in connection with a federal, state, or local election, while in any room or building occupied in the discharge of official duties by an officer or employee of the United States from any person. The code outlines rough penalties for wrongdoers. A person who violates this section shall be fined not more than $5,000, imprisoned not more than 3 years, or both. The Georgia Democratic Party has filed its own complaint, along with a request that the Department of Justice investigate Loeffler's televised fundraising appeal. Senator Kelly Loeffler has once again chosen to use her position of power for personal and political advancement by illegally asking for donations on national television while on federal property. Senator Dianne Feinstein plans to step down as the top Democrat at the Senate Judiciary Committee in the next Congress, according to 3 people familiar with the matter. The 87-year-old California Democrat faced blowback from progressives for her handling of the Amy Coney Barrett contentious Supreme Court confirmation hearings, particularly after she praised the Senate Judiciary Committee Chair, Lindsey Graham, for his handling of the process and giving him a hug. After the hearings, Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer of New York said that he had a long and serious talk with Feinstein. The Senate Minority Whip, Dick Durbin, is next in line for her job. A Washington family is shattered after a 22-year-old man allegedly stabbed his 11-year-old brother in the middle of the day on a sidewalk down the street from their home, according to a press release from the City of Reston Police Department. On Saturday, Bobby Hunn, 22, of Reston, allegedly stabbed his younger brother, Murphy Hunn, who was 11 years old. According to the Kings County online jail records, Bobby Hunn was arrested on Saturday. He is being held on investigation of a homicide at the Kings County Jail, the City of Reston Police Department said in a release. He has not yet entered a plea. He is scheduled to appear in court on Monday. It is unclear whether he has obtained an attorney who can speak on his behalf. The incident unfolded just after noon. Officers responding to a 911 call about a stabbing on Monroe Avenue, Northeast, found a boy lying on the sidewalk, the Reston police said in a release. The incident started when Hunn allegedly threatened Murphy at their home. Hunn then allegedly chased Murphy down the street for about a block before catching him and attacking him. Murphy was taken to a nearby hospital where he was pronounced dead. And be sure to join Jay Wilson, Rebel's Son, The Official Kingpin, Conscious TV, and Captivating Christian this and every Thursday at 6:45 Central Standard Time, 7:45 Eastern Standard Time for the Gentleman's Panel, where we are not afraid to go there and discuss an array of topics. See you there. A young protest leader known for his energy and enthusiasm amidst the Louisville movement for racial justice became a new symbol of gun violence when he was shot and killed early Monday. Hamza Travis Negby, age 21, had been identified as the victim of a shooting just before 12:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in Louisville, according to social media posts by several family members, including his mother and stepmother. Few details about Negsby's death have been released, but Louisville Metro Police spokesperson said the victim of the shooting was transported to the University of Louisville Hospital, where he later died as a result of his injuries. The Louisville Metro Police Department's homicide unit is investigating, and no suspects have been identified. In separate Facebook posts, Negsby's mother, and stepmother both wrote that he had been killed. Negsby was a regular at the Jefferson Square Park, where protesters have gathered to demand justice for Breonna Taylor since late May. A candlelight vigil was scheduled to take place there at 6 p.m. Monday in his honor. District Attorney Anthony Dupree is a Kansas prosecutor who was hired to work on President Donald Trump's Presidential Commission on Law Enforcement and the Administration of Justice last year. Dupree requests to be removed from any report that may be produced by the commission. Dupree believes that the commission had a pernicious political agenda. Dupree, the first and only black man elected as the district attorney in the state of Kansas, was appointed a year ago to the commission working group on reentry programs. The purpose of the group was to study improving lives of people released from prison to help reduce their chances of returning. As an elected official, he said he was both excited and honored when he was asked to serve on the Presidential's Commission of Law Enforcement and the Administration of Justice. My hope was that by bringing together a diversity of perspectives and holistic thinkers that the commission would develop a comprehensive set of recommendations that would positively affect the relationship that our citizens have with law enforcement and the criminal justice system at large. Unfortunately, that excitement and joy was replaced with disappointment and concern with a process that left too many important voices out and one that completely lacked transparency. Hey, this is Captivating Christian here to remind you to tune in to Politics and Wellness every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Politics and Wellness every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. The Department of Justice has scheduled 3 more federal executions as America prepares for a new administration. 2 of them just days before President-elect Joe Biden will take office. On Friday, Attorney General William Barr announced that the Bureau of Prisons will execute 3 more inmates currently on death row in December and January. The last execution is scheduled for January 15th, just 5 days before Biden will be inaugurated to succeed President Donald Trump. Assuming all currently scheduled federal executions take place, the Trump administration will have put a total of 13 inmates to death, all over a course of 7 months. No presidential administration in modern history has come anywhere close to executing as many inmates in such a short period. You'll have to go back to the 19th century to see any like this. Early in the month, a group of Democratic lawmakers who are opposed to the death penalty sent a letter to Barr trying to get him to stop executing prisoners. Biden and the Democratic Party both officially opposed the death penalty and had hoped some sort of concession for the incoming administration. The request clearly fell on deaf ears. On Thursday, death row inmate Orlando Hall was executed with little fanfare after the Supreme Court denied to stop it, scheduling more men to die after it has become clear that Trump has lost the election, but before the transition to Biden, who doesn't want to execute them, is a pretty nasty way to end an administration. Cops and Robbers, the animated short directed by Aaron Manor and Timothy Ware Hill, is written and performed by Ware Hill in response to the murder of Ahmaud Arbery. After the Arbery video surfaced on May 5th, Manor was inspired to create an animated version of Ware Hill's poem, which resulted in their collaboration. Timothy Ware Hill and Aaron Manor say they made this film for all the black men, women, and children who have been victims of racial profiling, police violence, loss of life, and other injustices just for being themselves. Over 30 individual artists, students, and VFX companies from around the world collaborated to each create a short segment of poems with their own visual interpretations of the subject matter and individual animation techniques. The short premieres on December 28th on Netflix. Coming to America will be helmed by Eddie Murphy's Dolomite Is My Name, directed by Craig Brower, and we will see King Hakeem, which is Murphy's character, and Simeon, which is Arsenio Hall's character, once again travel to Queens from Zamunda to meet Hakeem's long-lost son and his heir to the throne. The pair will be joined by a stellar supporting cast. The film was originally scheduled to hit theaters in August of 2020, but was canceled due to the coronavirus. And once again, thank you for watching CCN Midday News. Hope you enjoyed. Please like, share, and subscribe. Also hit that notification button so you will never miss another news update. Have a great day. Peace.